Neunschlag, good lord.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 underrated female Disney characters.
This cricket's a lucky one!
Hercules.
Honey, you mean Hercules!
Hold on to your lifelines, gents, it's gonna be a bumpy ride!
For this list, we're taking a look at endearing women in Disney films, Pixar and direct-to-video included, that don't always get the credit they deserve. We've excluded all of the characters that make up the Disney princess franchise, as they're already held in the highest regard, and are only considering animated heroines. Which of these characters were you always rooting for? Let us know in the comments. Number 20, Miss Bianca, the Rescuers franchise.
Are you all right there?
Why, she tried to kill us, that terrible woman.
Miss Bianca is arguably one of the first true feminists to come out of the Mouse House. When The Rescuers hit theaters in 1977, female Disney characters weren't generally depicted as strong or self-reliant. This little mouse, however, stood out as a modern lady.
Just went through a red light.
Oh, I do that all the time, darling. Now, come on. Stop worrying.
Classy, resourceful, and full of passion, anybody would want to have an adventure with her. Bianca's outgoing attitude perfectly complements the timid Bernard, her partner at the Rescue Aid Society.
What did you do to make him so mad?
Nothing, he's just a grumpy old lion.
Both of these characters are treated as equals, and neither is limited by his or her gender. Bianca in particular lights up the screen with her charisma. Just as she's an underrated character, the same could be said about the 1990 sequel The Rescuers Down Under.
But you don't understand. The boy needs our help. He's in trouble.
Boy? You mean little kid kind of boy?
Number 19, Captain Amelia, Treasure Planet.
Mr. Hogan, make sure all lifelines are secured good and tight!
Hey, Captain!
The ladies of this list come from a wide variety of backgrounds, but how many can say they've piloted a sailboat through space? This feline captain, serving as the film equivalent to Captain Smollett in this sci-fi film adaptation of Treasure Island, is an exceptional leader and navigator who guides the RLS legacy across black holes, supernovas, and cosmic storms.
Here it comes!
Hold on to your lifelines, gents, it's gonna be a bumpy ride!
Paired with her nautical expertise is her quick wits, sophisticated style of speech, and her uncompromising professional standards.
Don't much care for this crew you hired. They're... how did I describe them? I don't know. I said something rather good this morning before coffee.
A ludicrous parcel of driveling galoots, ma'am.
Known to some as the finest captain in this or any other galaxy, Amelia is about as tough and brave as they come in this underappreciated box office flop.
Unorthodox, but ludicrously effective.
Number 18, Kida, Atlantis, the Lost Empire.
You do swim, do you not?
Oh, I swim pretty girl. Pretty good. Good, swim good, pretty good. I swim pretty good.
Kida is a different kind of Disney princess. She doesn't sing songs or wear fancy dresses. Rather, this princess and eventual queen of Atlantis is a warrior woman who knows how to handle herself in battle. Kida isn't a straight-faced stick in the mud, though. She also has a certain wide-eyed curiosity that makes her more identifiable.
I have some questions for you, and you are not leaving this city until they are answered.
Since this film didn't do so well at the box office, Kida is never marketed in the Disney princess franchise. Given the cult status Atlantis has been gaining, however, perhaps Kida will join her fellow royals someday.
If these outsiders can unlock the secrets of our past, perhaps we can save our future.
Number 17, Kiara, The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride.
Them? Us. Look at them. They are us. What differences do you see?
This direct-to-video sequel might not be able to compete with the original masterpiece, but it still managed to give us a compelling new protagonist.
I'm not just a princess, you know. That's only half of who I am.
The film shifts focus from King Simba to his daughter and future queen of the Pride Lands, Kiara. Like her father before her, this lioness is headstrong and rebellious, but brave and compassionate as well. She isn't afraid to follow her heart either, falling in love with a banished lion named Kovu despite his connection to Scar.
I've never done this before.
Really? My father and I used to do this all the time. He says all the great kings of the past are up there.
Most importantly, she exemplifies the makings of a strong ruler, using peace and logic to bring two feuding families together.
A wise king once told me, "We are one." I didn't understand him then. Now I do.
Since making her debut, Kiara's circle of life has continued in the Disney animated series The Lion Guard.
I was nervous about ruling the Pride Lands at first, too.
I'm not nervous. Well, maybe a little.
Number 16, Franny Robinson, Meet the Robinsons.
Surely that is not the best you can do.
Compared to some other members of the wacky Robinson family, Franny is fairly level-headed and responsible. At the same time, though, she's still colorful, creative, and crazy in all the right ways.
Your words do not threaten me, brother.
Then enough words. Now the real battle begins.
With a passion for music, this pioneering woman conducts a choir of jazzy frogs.
Hey guys!
You ask me over and over and over. Have you seen my peacock-feathered hat?
Frogs? Taught them everything they know.
In addition to being an innovative musician and master of martial arts, she's also a loving, nurturing parent. She's not only affectionate towards her own son Wilbur, but will welcome any child in need with open arms. A mother who knows best, Franny is always right, even when she's wrong.
Just a little tip for the future. I am always right. Even when I'm wrong, I'm right.
Number 15, Chicha, the Emperor's New Groove.
I gotta go wash something.
Pacha's very pregnant wife, Chicha could have been a pretty straightforward, forgettable character. Yet the film actually develops her into someone incredibly likable.
Okay, everybody, move aside. Lady with a baby coming through.
The glue that holds her family together, Chicha is caring, supportive, and typically the smartest person in the room.
He is the Emperor. I'm sure he's busy.
No. Emperor or no emperor, it's called common courtesy.
She knows how to resolve almost any problem while still maintaining a calm demeanor and sense of humor.
What do you mean the door is stuck? Try jiggling the handle.
There is no handle in here.
There's not? Are you sure?
All right, I've had enough of this. Tell us where the talking llama is, and we'll burn your house to the ground.
Even when the diabolical Yzma threatens to burn her house down, Chicha easily takes control of the situation, with some help from her hyper children. And remember, she won't think twice about smashing your face in with a frying pan.
Hi there.
That was him.
Whoops.
Number 14, Sadness, Inside Out.
Wait, Joy, you could get lost in there.
Think positive.
Okay. I'm positive you will get lost in there.
Although she seems like a one-note killjoy at first, Sadness proves that feelings can have many different layers. After 11-year-old Riley moves from Minnesota to San Francisco, Joy attempts to keep her spirits high while keeping sadness at bay. However, it eventually becomes clear that sadness is an essential part of being human.
I'm too sad to walk. Just give me a few hours.
Everybody has to deal with disappointment, loss, and change on occasion. Sometimes we need to cry in order to move forward.
Crying helps me slow down and obsess over the weight of life's problems.
When sadness finally takes control of Riley's console, it's equally tear-jerking and uplifting, amounting to a happy ending. Sadness thus emerges as an unsung hero in one of Pixar's most emotional movies to date.
I can't, Joy.
Yes, you can. Riley needs you.
Number 13, Maid Marian, Robin Hood.
Please, sire. I beg of you to spare his life. Please have mercy.
We were tempted to go with the plucky lady-in-waiting Lady Cluck.
Oh, mercy, mercy!
But we really can't talk about Maid Marian enough. Aside from being a humanoid, Maid Marian stands out from other Disney heroines for several reasons.
Marian, my love, will you marry me?
Oh, darling, I thought you'd never ask me.
For starters, she doesn't fall in love with a prince, but an outlaw who robs from the rich. Marian and Robin Hood don't follow the love at first sight trope either, as they actually formed a strong connection during their youth.
Oh, Robin, you're so brave and impetuous!
While they are separated for an extended period, Marian still holds a torch for Robin and sees all the good he's doing for the poor people of Nottingham. When Robin faces execution, she pleads with the dastardly Prince John to spare his life and is eventually reunited with her true love. Playful, kind, and courageous, Maid Marian is undeniably one foxy lady.
You have 6 children.
6? Oh, a dozen at least.
Number 12. Yzma, the Emperor's New Groove.
A few drops in his drink, then I'll propose a toast, and he will be dead before dessert.
Disney villains are usually known for being crafty and menacing, but Yzma is a straight-up comedic baddie. That might be why she's often overlooked, but it's also what makes her such a unique antagonist. Although she aspires to be taken seriously, Yzma's wicked schemes always blow up in her face.
Why do we even have that lever?
Remember when the evil queen used the poison apple on Snow White? Well, Yzma's plan to poison Emperor Kuzco plays out more like a screwball farce, as he's accidentally turned into a llama. Yzma never lets go of her conquest for power, but all she finds is failure and humiliation around every corner. This makes her a great source of comedy, especially when paired with her moronic henchman, Kronk.
Take him out of town and finish the job now!
What about dinner?
Kronk, this is kind of important.
Number 11. Go-Go, Big Hero 6.
Welcome to the Nerd Lab.
Baymax may steal the show, but Big Hero 6 has no shortage of fun supporting characters. This adrenaline junkie particularly stands out with her engineering gifts, athletic skills, and need for speed.
That's it.
You wouldn't want to get on Go-Go's bad side, or challenge her to a drag race for that matter. As fast as she is furious, she never fails to woman up in the face of danger.
Stop whining, woman up.
Although Go-Go comes off as tough and sarcastic, she also possesses a strong sense of morality and a kind heart. She'll loyally fight alongside any of her friends and is always there when somebody needs a hug. She might be a tech nerd, but that doesn't make her any less badass. It might make her more so.
Why are we stopped?
The light's red.
There are no red lights in a car chase!
Number 10. Nala, the Lion King.
Who are you?
It's me, Simba.
A childhood friend of Prince Simba, this spirited young lioness is always up for a little exploration and mischief. Nala grows up to become a fiercely independent resident of the Pride Lands, refusing to live under Scar's tyranny. Boldly leaving her home to seek out help, she finds an old friend and the rightful king.
Isn't it great? We could get in big trouble. I know.
Nala not only pushes Simba to confront his past and accept his responsibilities, but also opens his heart to mature romantic feelings. Returning to Pride Rock, Nala and Simba rise above Scar, taking their place in the circle of life together. It just goes to show that behind every great king is a great queen.
No! Simba's gone back to challenge his uncle to take his place as king.
Oh.
Number 9. Alice. Alice in Wonderland.
If I had a world of my own, everything would be nonsense.
This treasured Disney classic is full of unforgettable characters, such as the Mad Hatter, the Cheshire Cat, and the Queen of Hearts. Ironically, the one character that usually gets overlooked is Alice herself. In a movie this zany and off the wall, though, the audience needs a sensible protagonist to bring them back to reality.
It would be so nice if something would make sense for a change.
Aside from being a relatable heroine, Alice is polite, smart, and spunky. Even if her curiosity can get her into trouble, she always stands up for herself and fights to keep her head.
When I get home, I shall write a book about this place. If I ever do get home.
Being a daydreamer, Alice ultimately finds that Wonderland can be a nice place to visit, but she would not want to live there.
Well, I've had enough nonsense. I'm going home. Straight home.
Number 8. Jessie, Toy Story franchise. Full of energy and joy, this yodeling cowgirl makes us all wish that toys could spring to life.
Prospector said someday you'd come. Sweet mother of Abraham Lincoln, the prospector! He'll want to meet ya!
Although Jessie is often cheerful, she's not all fun and games. Behind her friendly exterior, she's overcome with an overwhelming fear of abandonment. You can't help but shed a tear after learning about Jessie's falling out with her previous owner, Emily.
You never forget kids like Emily or Andy. But they forget you.
Speaking of which, have you heard the theory that Emily might be Andy's mom?
Andy!
Oh well, we digress. The point is that Jessie's an incredibly empathetic character we come to truly care about. Through her friendship with Woody, she eventually finds a new home with Andy and later with young Bonnie. She even shares a charming romance with Buzz Lightyear. Number 7. The Muses. Hercules.
That is what our story is
Will you
about.
listen to him? He's making this story sound like some Greek tragedy.
Lighten up, dude.
We'll take it from here, darling.
You go, girl.
You wouldn't think that a gospel choir and ancient Greece would go hand in hand. The Muses somehow pull it off, though, narrating our hero's journey in style. Often found within pieces of art, these 5 goddesses move the story along with catchy music and great comedic timing. They additionally help the conflicted Megara to see the light and accept her feelings for Hercules.
Honey, you mean Hercules!
Believe it or not, Disney was originally eyeing the Spice Girls to voice the Muses, but their plate was too full. Apparently they thought Spice World would be a better career move. Regardless, the Muses knew how to make Greek mythology fun, and that's the gospel truth.
Though honey, it may seem impossible, that's the gospel truth.
Number 6. Nani Pelekai, Lilo and Stitch.
If you promise not to fight anymore, I promise not to yell at you, except on special occasions.
Lilo and Stitch is largely about the relationship between Lilo and Stitch. Duh. Yet some of the most powerful moments in the film are shared between Lilo and her older sister Nani.
Did you lose your job because of Stitch and me?
Nah, the manager's a vampire, and he wanted me to join his legion of the undead.
I knew it.
After their parents tragically die, Nani becomes Lilo's legal guardian. Although Nani tries her best, she struggles to act as single parent while also maintaining a steady job. The fact that a stern social worker is constantly on her back doesn't help.
I am the one they call when things go wrong. And things have indeed gone wrong.
Despite her frustration, Nani loves Lilo more than anything and will do whatever it takes to keep her family together. Even if you took the lovable Stitch out of the equation, this film still could have worked as a relatable, poignant story about Ohana.
Ohana means family. Family means nobody gets
left behind.
Number 5. Princess Eilonwy, the Black Cauldron.
I'm Princess Eilonwy. Are you a lord or a warrior?
Eilonwy holds the princess title, but she's never been marketed alongside Snow White, Cinderella, or the Magic Kingdom's other royal residents. This is largely because The Black Cauldron wasn't a success upon release. Since the film has developed a devoted following over the years, though, Disney should really invite Eilonwy to their most exclusive club.
Look, you are somebody. You must believe in yourself. I believe in you.
Adventurous and plucky, Eilonwy demonstrated that princesses could be more than damsels in distress.
What does a girl know about swords anyway?
Girl? Girl? If it weren't for this girl, you would still be in the Horned King's dungeon.
When we first see her, she actually rescues Terran from the dreaded Horned King's dungeon.
Well, you'd better stay close to me or you'll get lost.
An active heroine who takes charge, Eilonwy arguably paved the way for the likes of Ariel and Belle, marking a significant turning point for Disney princesses that shouldn't be ignored.
Well, I got us out of the castle, didn't I?
Phew! I'd say it was the sword's magic.
Number 4. Jane Porter, Tarzan.
Now, just stay away from me, like a very good wild man.
At first glance, Jane might seem like a typical damsel in distress. Granted, this English lady does need to be rescued by Tarzan upon first arriving in the jungle. Seeing how Jane is out of her usual environment, though, it makes sense that she would get off to a bumpy start. Plus, her wit and enthusiasm make Jane a damsel you'd want to save from danger.
Put me down! Put me down!
Most importantly, Jane adapts to the jungle over time, learning to swing from vines like a pro. She additionally shows Tarzan what it means to be human. In return, the ape man shows Jane how to let out her wild side.
I was saved by
Good lord.
Number 3. Megara, Hercules.
Is Wonder Boy here for real?
What are you talking about? Of course he's real.
In many respects, Disney's interpretation of Hercules is a lot like Superman. So it's only fitting that Herc's love interest would possess all of Lois Lane's spunk and sarcasm.
I'm a damsel. I'm in distress. I can handle this. Have a nice day.
Megara, or Meg for short, we're friends, gives up on romance after an ex-boyfriend leaves her heartbroken. While she's reluctant to admit her true feelings for Herc at first, the Muses help Meg to accept the fact that she's in love.
No chance, no way, I won't say it, no. You swoon, you sigh, why deny it, uh-oh.
Due to her contract with the Lord of the Underworld, Meg is forced to stab her hero in the back. Through sacrifice and bravery, though, she finds redemption and becomes a true hero in her own right.
Wonder Boy, what? Why did you?
People always do crazy things when they're in love.
Number 2. Esmeralda, the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Esmeralda.
Shh. You'll hide here until you're strong enough to move.
Esmeralda is one of Disney's most exquisitely drawn female characters, but it's what's on the inside that makes her such a compelling person. Seeing the value of inner beauty, this woman stands up for the deformed Quasimodo while everyone else mocks and shames him.
The only fool I see is you!
Although she's had her fair share of run-ins with the law, Esmeralda knows how to get herself out of trouble with a smile. Even when she finds herself in a seemingly hopeless situation, this rebellious woman will still hold her head high and accept fate with dignity. Showing the lonely hunchback what a man is really made of, Esmeralda is an alluring free spirit, an inspiring role model, and a truly underappreciated Disney heroine.
Wow, you're quite an acrobat.
Thank you.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Grandmother Fa, Mulan.
Great. She brings home a sword. If you ask me, she should have brought home a man.
Excuse me.
Who wouldn't want this lively, outspoken grandma as a member of the family? With a lucky cricket by her side, Grandmother Fa lives her life without fear. She'll walk across a busy street with her eyes closed and come out completely unharmed.
Yep, this cricket's a lucky one!
Despite her smart alecky nature, she genuinely cares about her family, particularly granddaughter Mulan.
There, you're ready. Not yet. An apple for serenity, a pendant for balance.
When Mulan disguises herself as a man and heads off to war, Grandmother Fa prays to the ancestors to look after her. Watching this spirited old lady, we can see where Mulan gets much of her independence. Now where's her spin-off movie?
Woo! Sign me up for the next war.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.